Welcome back to Alternatify, the channel where we dive deep into the currents of history and ask the most intriguing question, what if? Today, we're setting sail for the shores of North Carolina, to a mystery that has captivated imaginations for centuries. We're talking about the Lost Colony of Roanoke. But we're not just recounting the disappearance, we're asking the ultimate what if? What if the Roanoke colonists didn't vanish? What if they survived? Let's explore the potential consequences, the ripple effects, and the secrets they might have left behind. Let's quickly set the scene. In the 1580s, England made its first serious attempt to establish a permanent foothold in the New World, specifically on Roanoke Island off the coast of what is now North Carolina. These early colonists faced immense challenges. They struggled with unfamiliar land, difficulties in farming, strained relations with some native tribes, and the ever-present threat of the powerful Spanish Empire. In 1587, a new group arrived led by John White. He soon returned to England for supplies, but war with Spain delayed his return for 3 long years. When White finally arrived back in 1590, he found the settlement deserted. The buildings were gone, dismantled, not destroyed in conflict. The only clues left were 2 carvings, CRO on a tree and Croatoan on a post. This single word has fueled historical debate for over 400 years. Did it mean they moved to Croatoan Island, home of a friendly tribe? Was it a warning? The enduring mystery of their fate remains one of history's most compelling puzzles. Our first major what-if scenario posits that the colonists followed the Croatoan clue and successfully integrated with the Croatoan people, led by Chief Manteo, who had previously traveled to England. In this version of history, the English settlers didn't just arrive, they adapted. They would have learned the Croatoan language, their hunting and fishing techniques, and their agricultural practices suited to the local environment. This integration would have been a two-way street. The English could have shared some of their tools, knowledge of ironworking, and perhaps even elements of their language or customs. The potential benefits of such an alliance are significant. The colonists would gain essential survival skills and access to resources, avoiding starvation and conflict with hostile tribes. A genuine cultural blending could occur, potentially leading to a unique hybrid civilization unlike any other in the Americas. This integrated community might have possessed a unique understanding of both European and Native American worlds. However, this path wasn't without its challenges. Cultural clashes, misunderstandings, and internal tensions would be inevitable. The introduction of European diseases, even among allies, could still decimate the native population, potentially destabilizing the alliance. There's also the risk of the more technologically advanced English eventually dominating or exploiting their hosts. Assimilation pressure could lead to the gradual loss of distinct English identity, or conversely, the English presence could fundamentally alter the Croatoan way of life. The development of a purely English colony would certainly be much slower, if it happened at all. This scenario represents a pivotal moment, a fork in the road where early European colonization took a path of cooperation and integration rather than immediate dominance or isolation. It's a powerful alternative to the often violent narrative of conquest. Our second major scenario explores a different outcome. The colonists survived and managed to build a self-sufficient, independent community on or near Roanoke Island. Perhaps they found a better location, learned quickly from past mistakes, or received timely, unrecorded aid. They would have had to master local farming, develop sustainable hunting and fishing, and establish trade or at least peaceful coexistence with surrounding native groups. Crucially, they would need to develop defenses, not just against potentially hostile tribes, but also against other European powers, particularly Spain, who viewed any English presence as an intrusion. An independent, thriving Roanoke could become a beacon of hope for future English ventures, proving that settlement was viable. It could grow into a significant trading hub, connecting European goods with American resources and native trade networks. This settlement could also serve as a launch point for further English exploration of the North American coastline and interior. It might become a refuge for dissenters or those seeking a new life away from the strictures of European society. Roanoke could evolve into a unique center of innovation, blending European technology with indigenous knowledge to create new tools, techniques, and ways of life. Yet maintaining independence would be a constant struggle. They would be vulnerable to larger, better supplied expeditions from Spain, or even later English attempts to assert control. Their small population and isolation could make them susceptible to internal conflict, disease, or simply being absorbed by larger native confederacies or later European colonies. Slower growth compared to future, larger colonial efforts could leave them marginalized. This scenario paints a picture of a lost city reborn, a hidden English outpost that persisted against the odds, developing its own unique identity outside the main currents of colonial history. It's a romantic but challenging vision. The survival of the Roanoke colony, in either scenario, would undoubtedly trigger a massive butterfly effect, altering the course of history in profound ways. The political landscape of North America would be dramatically different. An early, successful English settlement, especially one integrated with native peoples, could have fostered more peaceful relations from the outset, potentially preventing or altering the nature of future conflicts and westward expansion. The structure of future English and later American governance and society might be fundamentally changed. Would the United States as we know it even exist? Different alliances, different power centers, and different national identities could emerge. The cultural landscape would also be transformed. Imagine a blended language, incorporating elements of Elizabethan English and Algonquian dialects. Values, art, literature, and social customs could reflect this unique synthesis. A blended identity, neither purely European nor purely Native American, could become a significant force. The economic landscape would shift as well. Different trade routes would develop, centered around the Roanoke region. New industries might arise based on unique resources or blended technologies. The distribution of wealth and power in the colonies, and subsequently in the emerging nation, would be altered. The rise of the United States to global prominence might follow a completely different trajectory, or perhaps not happen at all in the same way. If Roanoke survived, what physical evidence, documents, or oral traditions might have endured through the centuries? The question of surviving artifacts is tantalizing. Imagine archaeological digs uncovering not just remnants of the initial settlement, but evidence of a continuous evolving community. Perhaps a hidden library of journals, letters, and scientific observations detailing their experiences, their integration, or their struggles for independence. Maps charting unknown territories based on native knowledge. Unique blended art forms, tools combining European and native techniques, or even written records in a Creole language. These discoveries could rewrite our understanding of early America. However, uncovering these secrets would present significant challenges. Archaeological sites might be overgrown, hidden, or even built over by later settlements. Historical research would involve sifting through fragmented records, potentially in multiple languages, looking for oblique references to this persistent community. Deciphering a blended language or understanding cultural nuances would require immense effort. The story of Roanoke, whether lost or survived in our speculation, serves as a powerful lesson. It speaks to human resilience, the capacity for adaptation in the face of overwhelming odds, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. History, in this light, is not a fixed, inevitable narrative leading to our present. It is a vast tapestry woven with countless threads of possibility, where small changes can lead to dramatically different patterns. The enduring fascination with Roanoke highlights our innate curiosity about the unknown and our desire to explore alternative paths. The potential for future discoveries, whether archaeological or historical, keeps the mystery alive. So, we've explored two compelling scenarios for the survival of the Lost Colony of Roanoke: integration with the Croatoan or the forging of an independent English outpost. Both offer fascinating glimpses into a very different North American history. Which scenario do you find most compelling? The peaceful, blended society or the resilient, independent stronghold? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have other ideas for how they might have survived? What other historical what-ifs should we explore? If you enjoyed this journey into alternative history, please give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe to Alternatify for more thought-provoking explorations of history's road not taken. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep questioning history.